Okay, so this is my first video post. I guess I'm supposed to explain how I found my sources first. Well, since I'm doing media, the media's negative effect on self-image, I I googled, you know, media's negative effect on self-image, and I got all these things saying how media was bad and blah blah blah, and I guess that sort of led me to ask why, especially why in America, and it just kind of my search results just kind of kept piggybacking off of what I found. So the first four or five sources that I used in my blog, I'm certain that they're reliable because the first one I used is called Psychiatric Online. Let me see. I actually had to use two computers to look up these sources because each time I click out a photo booth, it stops the video, which is super annoying. But Psychiatric Online is the article I read was written by doctors Doreen and Barrison, and they're both affiliated with the Division of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. So that sounds pretty legit to me. Let's see. The next one is, well, I guess chronologically, the next one I used was one from a site titled Media Awareness Network. And I don't know what authors wrote it, but according to the About Us page, the Media Awareness Network overview is a site. It's a non-profit organization. And let's see, they're looking to, promote media literacy and digital literacy by producing education and awareness programs. It's pretty good. They have a host of journalists with a background in education and mass communications and cultural policy. So I don't think that this is something that isn't necessarily reliable. Okay. The next one is a blog. So I know blogs aren't always reliable, but this one is done by Ashley Mears, who is an assistant professor at New York University. She wrote a book called Pricing Beauty, the making of a fashion model. So I'd say she's pretty well versed in what she's studying. I also cited USA Today, which I don't think I have to, prove why it's reliable because it's a well-known, news organization. I also used a graph from nationmaster.com, and I looked it up, and it's sort of like the World Factbook. It's just taking data from various parts of the world and compiling them onto a website. So I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay. Lastly, I used a PDF file called Why Have Americans Become More Obese? And all three authors, I looked them up, and they all teach at Harvard, so they're legit, basically. My choices, how to present my ideas, I guess I'm making a blog to engage my readers. I don't really know how to answer that question, but I hope it's interesting. I mean, it's a blog. It's got a cool background. It's pretty. I made it really relevant to my issue. So, it's cool. So based on the research I've done so far, my issue, I think, is more of a cultural and an economic issue. I've seen some, I didn't talk about it in this blog, but I've seen some, possible ideas to remedy the situation. Like I know in the UK, they wanted to, on all the fashion magazines with models, they wanted to like put next to them if the model had been airbrushed or if she'd been she'd been altered in the media in any way. And I also saw a good idea where it was like models could form a union organization. I don't really know. I don't really feel comfortable coming up with a solution right now, though, because I don't know so much. I think, based on the research I've done, that obesity in America may have a lot to do with the problem, and I really want to find a graph that shows what states in the United States have the most eating disorders and if that correlates at all to their obesity problems. And I spent like half an hour trying to research that, but I didn't find a single graph. So I don't know if that's something that's been documented or not. But that's where I think I'm going with this. Catch you on the flip side.